ready, Nathan?
Hey y'all, Dayum Barbecue coming back. If you're coming back to the channel, welcome back. If it's your first time here, hey, thanks for checking us out. Today we're going to be doing a ham. Getting close to Christmas time, everybody's wondering what they can cook. Well, I'm going to show you an easy way to double smoke a spiral sliced ham. This is just a spiral sliced ham that I picked up at the grocery store. Nothing fancy. We're going to get into getting that thing ready. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, punch the like button, let's double smoke a ham. It's going to be a cherry bourbon ham is what we're going to do with it. So what I've got here is just some cherry preserves, and I went ahead and put about 1 tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of this rub in here. And I'm just going to go between the spirals on this ham. Just kind of paint some of that in there because you're going to want some of that flavor in between each little slice. So we'll just get into that. You don't need a lot. Like I said, you're just looking for a little bit of flavor inside that ham. I'm going to rotate it around and kind of get the other side too. That's got her pretty good. And then we'll just set it back down here. Now the next step is I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm just going to rub it on this ham because we need it for a binder for the rub to stick, because we're going to put some rub on this and we need something for a binder because your rub's not going to stick to this ham because it's already been smoked. So you need a little bit of something on there. And this cherry preserve works good because you're going to get some color off of that whenever you put it in the smoker. So, a little messy. Don't worry about it. Just get that on there. I'm going to come back with this rub. It's a spicy rub, Sarap, hot damn. The reason I'm going with the spicy rub is because we're going to glaze this with the cherry bourbon, and so I just want that spiciness to kind of shine through a little bit because we're coming back with a sweet glaze. So like I said, we're just going to season this baby up. Don't got to be heavy with it. This is just going to give us some nice color in the smoker. Got it on our cooking grate. Now I like to put it on a grate like this just because I don't have to handle the ham. I can turn this around in the smoker without actually touching the ham. We're going to be cooking this thing at 250 degrees today. Get some good smoke on it, and then right at the end we're going to kick it up to 300 just before we throw the glaze on there. Let's get that smoker kicked on and throw this ham in there. So we got the smoker up to temp. Like I said, 250 degrees. Remember, these hams that you get from the store, these spiral sliced, already smoked hams, they're already cooked. So you're just looking for an internal temperature, 140, 145. That's all we're really looking for. So we're going to get this thing on there. Put it on. We'll check back on it in about an hour. So we've been on there about an hour. We're just going to give it a rotate. You can already see we're getting some real nice color on it. Just going to rotate it 180 degrees. Make sure we get an even cook on it. We'll be back in about an hour. So here we are. It's time for the fun part. We get to build that glaze for that ham. It's been on there about 2 hours. It's looking really good. I'll show it to you in a minute. Right now, let's get that glaze worked up. So what I've got here is I've just got some some cherry. That's about a half a cup. About a half a cup of cherry preserve. And then I've just got some bourbon here. About a half a cup of bourbon. Mix that up a little bit. And then I've just got 2 tablespoons of the Tailgators barbecue rub. The reason I'm adding that in there is I want a little bit of that pepper to shine through on this sweet sauce that we've got. So get that mixed up. And now we're going to throw that in the smoker and let it kind of reduce down. We want that to kind of reduce by about 1/3. So we're going to let it heat up. Still got that ham on here. Throw that sauce off to that one side. You can see we've got real good color on the ham. I'm going to go ahead and spin it. Like I said, we're at the 2-hour mark. Got great color. And this is the time I like to go ahead and kick my smoker up. 300 degrees. That ham's got plenty of smoke. We've run at 250 for 2 hours. Now I'm going to kick it up to 300. Let that thing roll. We'll check on that sauce here in a minute. So that sauce has been on there about 35 minutes. We've got a real nice reduction on it. Now then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and add another ingredient to it. Just add a little bit of honey. It's about 3/4 cup of honey. Add that into the glaze. That's going to really help make that glaze pop. So now we're going to throw it back on the smoker for about another 15 minutes. Just till that ham gets ready for its first little glaze. And then we'll be back. That sauce is looking really good. The ham is looking really good. So the ham's ready for its first little glaze. So we're just going to go ahead and get into that. I'm just going to paint this glaze on here, you know, like an artist, a barbecue artist. Got our first little glaze on there. We're gonna let that thing go. It likes a little bit. Right now we're at about 130 internal. I'm looking for 140. We'll keep adding glaze throughout the end of this cook just to make sure we get that good glaze on that ham. The ham's looking real pretty. I don't know if y'all can see it from back there, but I'll try to get it out here for you. Looking real nice. That ham's reading the temperatures that I want it to read. So we're going to go ahead and get it off of here. Look at that. Got a nice glaze on it. That's going to be real nice. We're going to let that thing rest for about 30 minutes. So that ham's been resting up for about 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and slice into it, kind of see what we're working with. Got dark on me, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Now the good thing about a spiral sliced ham is it's already pretty much cut up for you. So once you take that slice off of there, then you're able to just kind of lay out your ham for everybody to get a bite. There it is. That's what we did today. A double smoked ham. Let's just go over kind of what we did. So we went through 2 hours, 250 degrees. Then we kicked it up to 300 degrees for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we hit it with the glaze the first time, let it run 30 minutes, then we glazed it again and let it go another 15 minutes. 3-hour cook. Like I said, this ham's already cooked, so all we have to do is get it up to 140 degrees. But adding that cherry bourbon glaze, the extra smoke, makes this ham something that you'll want to put on your dinner table at Christmas. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I got an Instagram page at Dayum Barbecue, or I got a Facebook page, Dayum Barbecue. We just double smoked a cherry bourbon glazed ham. And it's delicious.